I had no idea it would be that big. What's up, friends? Today we're checking out Howl by Chuu from her debut EP, Howl. We'll be looking at this song from the perspective of a producer and songwriter, so expect a decent amount of pauses to go over specific elements of the song. Ooh. Monster's kind of cute, low-key. Okay. Really like the blend of guitar with like lots of effects on it and vocals with lots of effects on it, doing these like really high-end kind of childish sounding things because of how they've manipulated the octaves in the vocals. It's really cool.
이대로 세상이 망해도 잘 됐어 아무렇지 않을 것 같아 한 뼘 더 벽을 쌓아올려 괜찮아 이곳에서 나는 안전해 그래도 피치 못할 외출 그럴 땐 웃음이란 망돌 쓰곤 해 들키고 싶지 않아 나를 하지만 누군간 꼭 알아줬음 해
I like that because we've got so little going on in this verse, like basically it's just the voice and the vocoder for most of it. When we add each individual element, it really sticks out. So when that synthesizer comes in, it's like, oh, that synthesizer's really coming in. And then we hear like the cracking glass and the kind of atmospheric noises and that kind of low end build that kind of sounds like just something rushing in. And it feels very present because there's not a lot going on outside of it. You know, everything is just so poignant. Yeah, really like that sound of that vocoder too. It has a nice like dark, monstrous sound to it. It's cool. One thing I think is interesting about Chuu in general, I've heard a little bit of the production, is how different the sections can sound from each other. I think these ones actually fit together really, really well. I like how the drums come in. We get that synthesizer. It's still pretty low in the mix, the synthesizer. The percussion is fairly loud. You got the vocal going with it. But it kind of introduces a more easygoing vibe after that kind of darker, slightly creepy thing going on. It's not like straight up creepy. It just has like a little bit of an eeriness to it, you know? And then we come in with a much happier, much more familiar type of K-pop sound that we were more used to. I really like how in that chorus, the synthesizer, timing-wise, syncs up with the vocal. Like you hear that ba-ba, like going right with that vocal to kind of rhythmically accentuate certain parts of the melody. It's cool. 그러다 느껴지는 너의 손길에 너구나 나의 작은 영웅 다시 잠들 때까지 지켜줘야 해. I like that they don't overcrowd the second verse. They don't make it incredibly different from the first verse. They're still maintaining the kind of core philosophy of what was going on in that first verse. The vocoder and the vocal are still center stage. It's just now we've got a pulsing bass and we've also got a kick going steady along with it. Little drum fills in between, but for the most part, we're maintaining that core sentiment that we had in the first verse. Now, of course, we're going back to that pre-chorus, I'm guessing.
Oh you know,
Yeah.
oh you know, oh you know 내가 들리면 get home 내가 들리면 get home 전장 같은 이 도시에서 상처만 남은 우린 이제 서로를 구해볼까 해 후후후 크게 소리쳐 낼 때야 온 세상이 널 버려도 나는 여기 있어 후후후 크게 소리쳐 낼 때야 신이 내게 등을 돌려도 나는 거기 있어
I think it's cool that we got a little more implementation of harmonies. I also like that in the video, there's this progression of her kind of being afraid of the monsters at first to having a better relationship with what's going on. I think that's cool. And then as that's happening, the music's really reflecting that as well. We've got this very happy, fun tone. We've got this like brighter vocal, but first it sounded very like there was a nice like darkness to it, and here she's getting into a much brighter tone to reflect that kind of change in atmosphere that she's going for. I love that it's just like vocalizations for this kind of outro, or maybe it's a bridge section. I don't know if they're going to go back to the chorus after this. It's just, you know, and then the other thing that's responding to it is a manipulated vocal that has like a bit of distortion on it going through some sort of synth program, some sort of sampling program. So it's just like, it's just all vocalizations. It's nothing with words, so it's really easy to remember and to kind of sing along with to some extent. It's really cool. I like it. Oh, that monster was massive. I had no idea it would be that big. Great. Really enjoyed it. Great little song. Fun. I like the outro section a lot. And I think it's cool because it kind of reflects more or less what was going on in the intro, because the intro is mostly vocals with a little bit of guitar in there. So it's like the outro is like the happier version of the intro in a way. Overall, just really cool, really interesting stuff going on in general. She's got a fun sound going for her. I like how she took something that could initially be somewhat eerie and made it into something really fun. Yeah. Great song. Really liked it. If you enjoyed my thoughts about it, I hope they were able to help you enjoy this music even a little more. If that's the case, really appreciate it if you like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, check out my music. I make similarly fun music that can go from like a sadder place to a happier place with my band Jack Jack, our latest album, Birds Aren't Real. So I'd love it if you check that out. Thanks so much. Catch you on the flip.
I've been questioning your motives. What's the purpose of your urges? Took you long enough.